a combine. Yves Missi, this is a big, tall drink of water. Young man who played in that the Summit games, with both of his teammates also participating in that same tournament with Jacoby Walter and also,
Miro Little.
Yes, exactly, Miro Little. And there he is. And we will have him on the show today at 3:45. He's about 7 feet tall, weighs about 230. Has a lot of game. I spoke with his AAU coach, got some information on him. And by the way, he comes from Cameroon, where Jonathan Chamwachachua also has that, and he knows of Jonathan. And so there's a part of what Baylor needs bodies, and there's a new one that they thought would reclassify. Now it's official.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, look, if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. Let's rock and roll. And they need bodies. I think, especially big ones down low. And I'm curious to see how quickly he can get into the rotation. Look, they have John Ochenwuna that will be back next year. That I think, another summer with Charlie Melton is only going to make him stronger. Charlie's one of the best in the country at doing that. And John was already really good. Josh, I'm sorry. Josh was really good at that last year. And then, another year of everyday John getting healthier can only be better for them, because they got to clear that up down low. I personally think that Jalen Bridges will be back. I don't think that he's going to, after this, run through the draft, find a draft position that's going to be worth leaving for. So if they can get that locked down, who knows what happens with Adam Flagler. But this team's going to be pretty interesting to look at once the roster is finally set.
Yeah, this was something that had been talked about happening for a little while now. If you were on the boards, then you knew this was probably going to happen. But good to see it official. They've had a lot of turnover, been a lot of questions that have popped up as a result of that turnover, and still more to be answered. But this answer is at least a big one, no pun intended. And, they need size down low. We saw that last year, how much that affected them at times, that deficiency of theirs. And it's going to be a brand-new looking team in many ways, and he'll be one of those fresh faces. But impressive offer list, and 7-footers don't grow on trees. So that's an interesting pickup to get a year earlier than you expected, and probably a very timely one as well.
He also, in his final list, included Stanford, which you love to see that with what he does in Texas. So the competition for Baylor was good, and Baylor ended up winning it, and he'll come on with us today. He's been committed for a while, but now reclassifying and signing with them. He'll be able to play coming up this fall. One other basketball note, Jerome Tang. They missed out on the Oral Roberts guard, of course, and they needed somebody to replace it. I don't know if you just replace what they had at guard, but there you go. Tyler Perry, heck of a player for Grant McCasland at North Texas. He has given the commitment to play for Jerome Tang at Kansas State. Big-time pickup for the Wildcats, and that is a nice pickup for Jerome Tang and his staff.
Is that the first Drew Circle to Drew Circle transfer?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
No. That I never thought of it that way. Never did.
I'm wondering why maybe Grant didn't have a spot for him at Texas Tech. Who knows? But good pickup.
Well, I think Asmus was on their list too, but obviously he picked UT, and so they had to go. Not that they went to a different direction, but he's just 17 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
But he's saying McCasland.
Huh?
He's saying McCasland is who he's
I know that.
But Asmus going to Texas doesn't really affect McCasland.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so did he not want to go to Tech, or I don't know, who knows? But I think this is the first Drew Circle transfer there, and good for him. And this is not Medea Tyler Perry. This is a different person altogether. Not the billionaire movie producer and comedian, or whatever you want to call Tyler Perry. But I think Kansas State is going to be a force for a while. I think that what you saw from them last year and how quickly that Coach Tang was able to get them to come together is only going to make more people want to come there. And he is going to be very good. I think he's going to be very, very good at those guys who are transferring up a level and getting them there to Manhattan that want a shot at the NBA, because they know what he can do, and they want to be a part of that culture.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that thing already moving on along pretty well, and Tyler Perry's pretty much in everything. I mean, everything you could accomplish last year outside of winning the tournament, the main tournament, they he did in Denton. So, all conference, everything, list of accolades from the season that the Mean Green just had. He was a big part of that. So, yeah, I mean, there's the logical connection of the guy he just played for, but any number of things could be the reason, why. I mean, might just like Jerome Tang and want to do something a little bit different, and it would be understandable given the way that the K-State, program just launched into the stratosphere last year, and I can't blame anybody for wanting to be a part of that. But, yeah, it's good for the overall competition of the league and the health of the league to have the best players possible spread out and within the league. And so, McCaslin's adding his guys. Tang's adding, recruits that are of a high caliber now as well on a regular basis in Manhattan. We know Drew's doing his thing. Rodney Terry, well, I guess that'll only matter for one more year, but you get the point. Like, all these guys are attacking the portal and getting some pretty good players, and hopefully the chemistry translates as well with their remaining roster. But, yeah, that's a great pickup for the Wildcats.
In the chat room,